Imagine that the driver opens one door and 4 different electronic control units need to know about it. The instrument cluster needs to show a warning. The body controller may switch on the interior light. The central locking system may change its behavior, and the alarm system may use the same information. One possible design is to run a separate physical wire carrying the door status to every controller. Now repeat that approach for vehicle speed, ignition state, brake pedal status, engine temperature, steering angle, and hundreds of other data items. The wiring quickly becomes difficult to design, manufacture, diagnose, and modify. Vehicle communication networks solve this problem by allowing several electronic nodes to exchange digital information through organized communication channels. A node is an electronic device connected to the network. In a vehicle, a node is often an ECU, although sensors, actuators, gateways, and other intelligent devices can also participate. The network provides the communication path, while a protocol provides the rules that every participating node must follow. Those rules can define how information is formatted, when transmission is allowed, how receivers identify relevant data, how errors are detected, and how communication begins or ends. The major advantage is multiplexing. Multiplexing means that many different data items can share one communication medium instead of requiring a dedicated wire for every source-to-destination relationship. The data items are transmitted at different moments according to the rules of the selected protocol. This does not mean that every wire disappears. Sensors and actuators may still connect locally to an ECU, and power wiring remains necessary. The network mainly reduces repeated point-to-point communication wiring between electronic controllers. Return to the driver door. The physical door switch is first read by an input circuit in the door ECU. Its application software determines whether the logical state is open, closed, or perhaps invalid. That meaningful piece of information can be called a signal. A signal represents application-level information, such as driver door status, vehicle speed, motor temperature, or ignition mode. Before traveling across the physical network, one or more signals are normally placed into a transmitted container. Depending on the protocol and software layer, that container may be called a message, frame, packet, or protocol data unit, or PDU. These terms are related but not always interchangeable. A signal is the meaningful value. A frame is a structured unit transmitted according to a network protocol. A protocol data unit, or PDU, is a data container exchanged between defined communication layers. Inside the transmitting ECU, software prepares the information for communication. The network controller performs protocol-related operations, while the transceiver converts logic-level signals into the electrical or physical form used by the network. The controller and transceiver are different. A controller handles functions such as frame processing and protocol timing. The transceiver connects that controller to the physical communication medium. Some semiconductor devices integrate both, but many ECU designs use separate components. The driver door message now enters the vehicle network. Several connected ECUs may physically observe the transmission, but each receiver processes only the information relevant to its configured function. The instrument cluster uses the status to display a warning. The body controller uses it to operate the interior light. The locking or alarm controller uses it as one condition in its own state logic. One transmitted value can therefore support several vehicle functions without separate communication wires to every consumer. Successful communication requires more than placing a value onto a wire. The sender and receivers need an agreed communication contract. They must agree on what the value means, how it is encoded, which values are valid, how often it should be transmitted, and how long a receiver may trust the last received value. Some information is transmitted periodically. A value might be refreshed at a configured interval even when it has not changed. Other information may be transmitted when an event occurs, such as a switch transition. Some systems combine event-triggered transmission with periodic refresh. The exact behavior depends on the protocol and project configuration. Freshness is important because the last received value may no longer represent the present vehicle condition. If a receiver expects regular updates but none arrive before a defined timeout, it should not silently assume that the old value remains correct forever. The receiver may mark the information as unavailable, use a configured fallback, limit a function, or record a diagnostic event. The correct response depends on the system requirements. Three important properties are bandwidth, latency, and determinism. Bandwidth describes how much information a communication channel can carry over time. Latency is the delay between information becoming available at the sender and becoming usable at the receiver. Determinism concerns how predictably the communication timing can be bounded. A network can have high bandwidth but still produce unacceptable delay for a specific control function. It can also have acceptable average latency but excessive worst-case variation. Automotive engineers therefore examine message timing, network load, priority, transmission schedule, and failure behavior, rather than selecting a network only by its maximum data rate. Vehicles can use several network topologies. In a bus topology, multiple nodes share a common communication path. In a switched or star-like topology, individual links connect nodes through a central switching device. Local subnetworks can also connect a small group of devices to a larger backbone network. A gateway connects otherwise separate vehicle networks or domains. It may route selected information, filter traffic, or translate between different communication technologies. A gateway should not be imagined as blindly copying every message to every network. For example, a vehicle gateway may receive a door status value from a body network and provide the required representation to another domain. The gateway must preserve the intended meaning while respecting the timing, routing, and security rules of the vehicle architecture. Communication also affects vehicle power consumption. Networks should not remain fully active without need while a vehicle is parked. ECUs and transceivers can support sleep or standby states, and selected local or network events may initiate wake-up. Network management coordinates when communication is required and when participating controllers may enter a lower power state. The detailed method differs across protocols and projects. Communication faults can include broken connections, short circuits, electrical disturbance, corrupted frames, or a transmitting ECU that stops updating its data. Protocol hardware can detect some faults, while software detects conditions such as timeouts, unexpected sequences, or implausible values. Security must also be considered. A valid electrical frame is not automatically trustworthy application information. Depending on the system threat analysis, communication may require authenticity, integrity, freshness protection, access control, or filtering. These protections are project-specific and must be designed across the complete vehicle architecture. AUTOSAR provides an organized software path for vehicle communication. In a simplified Classic platform signal flow, an application provides meaningful data through the RTE. The COM module prepares configured signals within communication data units. The PDU router directs those data units toward the required lower communication path. BU-specific interface and driver modules then interact with the network controller and transceiver. The receiving side performs the reverse journey until meaningful data becomes available to the receiving application. Later lessons will examine each communication stack module in detail. For now, the important idea is that application software works with vehicle information, while lower layers handle packing, routing, and protocol-specific hardware access. If an interviewer asks why vehicles use communication networks, explain that networks allow distributed ECUs to exchange shared data using standardized communication rules. They reduce duplicated point-to-point communication wiring, support one-to-many data use, and provide defined handling for timing, errors, network states, and physical transmission. The driver door example now becomes one complete chain. The switch changes, the door ECU creates a logical status, communication software prepares it, the controller and transceiver transmit it, and several receiving ECUs use the same information for different functions. Subscribe to follow the remaining course as we build from this shared data concept into the complete AUTOSAR communication architecture. The next lesson compares the major technologies that can carry this information and explains where CAN, LIN, FlexRay,
and Automotive Ethernet fit inside a vehicle.